Welcome to the Gratitude Cafe, positive radio to feed your soul. Your dynamic host and founder, Sue Lundquist, will bring you her own intuitive talents and gifts for co-creating, healing, and teaching. Her show, The Gratitude Cafe, positive radio to feed your soul, is focused on bringing you to a higher place each week where you can leave the hustle of life at the door. So pull up a chair and join us for The Gratitude Cafe, positive radio to feed your soul.
Your cheerleaders right here. Benny. Wait, did we meet records yesterday? 80 degrees and
No. We didn't
Was
get
it
that
high
warm.
70s?
Low 70s.
Well,
I don't know. Too much going on in the brain up there.
Suville.
We did break a record.
Suville.
Yes. Yeah, I know, but we got to get the right
that.
stats. I know we're having a warm one today and a warm one again tomorrow.
God, it's beautiful.
Uh-huh.
Nothing beats
Perfect.
the Pacific Northwest on sunny days. Green, mountains, water. It is absolutely stunning. Google this, folks. My international Mexico, all of you, Switzerland. Oh, it's just absolutely beautiful. Okay, so you did tune in. It's not the Weather Channel. It is the Sue Lundquist, Suville. Wow. Let's bring Nadine on because we're going to chat. I got lots of stuff to talk about. Hello, Nadine.
Good morning.
Hi, babe. I'm giddy too. I'm giddy
We
too.
finally got through winter here as well. Thank the Lord.
All right, you're in and out, baby. Does your mouth right by the microphone?
Yeah, I'm right by the microphone. I haven't moved.
Oh, it's going in and out. Okay, just stay right there. Like hold one arm up just so you know, like the old TV antennas.
Okay.
All right, so we have lots to cover. So Nadine, I don't know that maybe you did because I think you kind of commented. I had a little bit of an early birthday surprise. So everybody, my birthday is actually Friday, the 22nd. However, my soul brothers, Robert and Rodolfo, flew me into Arizona. They split their time between Arizona and Mexico City. And I just, honestly, they said, what do you want for your birthday? And I said, I want time with you. So they flew me into Arizona and then surprised me with a skydiving, jumping out of a perfectly well-manufactured airplane. Can you believe that? You saw the pictures, right?
I would have never done that.
Okay, so this is where the work comes in. So, and I've got to do a shout out to Jay and John and all of my people up in Canada too, because they're the over the edge, and Jeannot too. Hi, Jeannot, all of you. There's so many of you, but the over the edge people. And we were talking about, and this was with the Dr. Joe work, and people finding their edge. That happened to be in Toronto with the over the edge people that literally you had the option to harness up and go over the edge. So jumping out of an airplane, going over 260 feet down, rappelling down on the ground. I've hit a lot of edges. My 2018 and 2019 year has been incredible. I cannot say enough to Robert and Rodolfo for hosting me. And then, of course, John and Scott and Sweet Nancy, all of you guys, thank you so much for my wonderful time in Arizona. And, of course, Arizona Skydive. Now, let me talk to you guys about these people. Arizona Skydive, top-notch, high security, what's the word I'm looking for? Benny, help me out here. I'm not security, but safety. There's the word. Suville. Benny's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but that's okay.
You did just fine.
I did just fine. So really, really good safety precautions and everything that they're training and everything. So I highly recommend going to Arizona Skydive. So it was funny because we woke up, they said, you got to be ready at, Saturday at 11. And we get out there and we were delayed. Our jump was for 1:00. So literally it was delayed 20 minutes, delayed 30 minutes because there was wind gusts, like quick flurries that would swoop people off the course. And yeah, Benny, right?
I don't think it's my time to go right now.
Yeah, and I could see
I'll hang back a little bit if there's a little too much wind.
Yeah, and it wasn't just slow wind. They're not concerned about that. It's the flurries that come in and swoop you. Did you see my Facebook post?
No, not
Benny,
yet.
go look, honey. Go
All right,
look. Go look. It's on Gratitude Cafe, the Facebook, and I think it's on my personal one too. And so Saturday, then we were delayed. So I was getting all excited and everything coming up to the jump on Saturday, and then we had to go home because they canceled the rest of the afternoon because of the flurries. I'm like, okay. So then we had to get up at 5 a.m. on Sunday and then go to the jump at 7:30 in the morning. So we got out there at 7, and we were up in the air by 8 a.m. and then back home before 11. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I wanted to talk to all of you. You know, Nadine, myself, you hear me talk about Dr. Joe's work and and my coaching and all of that. But within the framework of me team leading and working with Dr. Joe and really doing the work and walking my talk, this hands down was one of the most I can't even say that word, opportunistic. The best opportunity for me to do the work, because and that's what we teach as team leaders. You know, we don't want you to go into that adrenaline state. Yes, my heart was racing. Yes, my body was shaking. Yes, my mind was saying, this is not a good idea. My mouth was dry. My adrenaline was going. I kept having to breathe and calm myself down so I could hear the instructor. He's strapping me in, literally. And he says, okay, so when we get to the door slides open. And he says, I need you to literally put both of your legs in between mine and free fall, just kind of free hang on his harness. So, Benny, you can't see this, but literally, and audience, I wish you could see this. He's standing with his legs open, holding the bar outside of the airplane. I'm dangling in between his legs like a scorpion, you know, my legs up the back, and my neck is tucked into his right side. And he's like, you ready? I'm like, And he's like, 1, 2, 3. And there we go. I'm off and out into, and that was freaky in itself. Well, I mean, all of it was a really good test for me.
Took your breath away, didn't it?
Literally.
Yeah.
It literally did, more than a motorcycle. Because you know when you go fast and you can't breathe very well.
Well, that and you know you're still on the ground.
You're still on the ground.
It's not coming up rushing at you.
And I was like, oh my God, I can't breathe. And he said that. He's like, so you just got to calm yourself down, put your head back and arch, and you'll be able to breathe. The video of me, I look like I've got, you know, the dogs when they're out of the window and their ears are flapping and they're, I've got a video of my nostrils flaring. It's a real pretty sight, but I'm not going to share that one with you. But I did share some awesome pictures. So where am I going with this? This was a huge, huge opportunity for me to step through my fear and to walk the talk, and all of you, and be that example for you. I'm not saying that you have to go jump out of an airplane by all means, but take that experience into your life, because I have now created new neural pathways, new experiences where I can call on, and those new experiences of trusting myself, surrender, love, confidence, all of that. Now I have the new neural pathways, I have the new experiences, and I can rehearse that and create new experiences based on that higher vibration. So I just want to encourage all of you to push yourself, and when you push yourself just a little bit more. Disclaimer, don't hurt yourself. This isn't about anybody injuring themselves. But even if it's, and you heard Dan Mangan and we talk about the micro steps, little itty bitty steps that help you achieve a more expanded state of being, state of mind, all of that. So there you go. Benny, what'd you think of those pictures?
I thought they were great. I want to play the video. I can't because we have Nadine on the other line. So,
that's okay. Yeah,
but they look intense, and it brought back memories for me. I've done it too. I did it back in '97.
Wow.
I went up to Canada with a bunch of friends of mine, and we did it up there. So yeah, it definitely brought back a lot of memories. I only do it once. That's all I'm going to say. Just it's one of those things that I did it. And
yeah,
so that was they're intense, aren't they?
Oh, I think, and yes, it was overcoming all of that and keeping my body, that heart coherence, which was an awesome opportunity for me. But more than that, my body and the wind and not being able to breathe, and my right ear's still a little bit wonky from it because I don't, the wind and everything. But Arizona Skydive, incredibly top-notch organization. Good. And beautiful. So if you are in Arizona, go to Eloy, something like that. Anyways,
potato.
Yeah, potato. I'm not speaking English today. That's all right.
I bet you can just look it up.
Yes, but do Arizona Skydive,
There you go.
incredible people,
Mhm.
amazing, amazing. So if you want really incredible professionals and safety, that's where you need to go. Okay, we are doing a radio show. It's not totally about me and my experience, but I really wanted to share that with you because
Not learning how to skydive.
not
Not
learning how to
101.
skydive, but
Skydive 101 here.
yeah, but it was more about overcoming my fear
Yeah.
and really stepping into that. And I wanted to share that experience with all of you because it was profound. And it's not, and people, I've gotten calls and comments about, oh my God, I bet that was such a huge adrenaline rush. And I'm like, no, that's exactly what we don't want. We don't want our bodies to go into fight or flight and be addicted to that. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to stay in conscious awareness in my heart center and be able to communicate and talk and function and breathe. And I did it. I did it. Yes. Was it an opportunity to really do the work? Heavens, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So take my example, please. And honestly, you guys, I'm walking the talk just like all of you and overcoming my fears, whatever it could be. It could be a conversation with my teenage daughter, for crying out loud, you guys. I've got 3 teens and I'm initiated with every conversation. So this just gave me some more tools, and I just wish the best and wish that for you guys too. All right, Miss Nadine, we have a lot to chat about other than that. I said, and Robert Rodolfo, we celebrated birthdays as well, and I love you guys. Happy birthday. Enjoy yourself in Morocco because they are on their way to Morocco tomorrow. I want to remind all of you about the Craziness to Clarity. I've got the next live event. It's the Facebook Live event in May. So if you want to sign up for that, Nadine will tell you all about that. We've got lots of people that absolutely loved and got a lot of great practical, real life practical tools to help you with your mindset and to help you overcome those fears that I was just talking about. So simply go to SueLundquist.com and a screen will pop up. I would highly recommend doing that now while it's still on the sale price. It's $49, you guys. It's super affordable. And it's another opportunity for you guys to get the tools and to work with me if you don't want to do the one-on-one coaching. Speaking of one-on-one coaching, I have that available. There's 6 sessions. I've got 3 spots available right now. So if you want to do that, send me an email. In the subject line, just say coaching. And then we'll set up a free 15-minute conversation. And then also, for those of you that are not quite ready for the 6-session coaching, I've opened up an accountability focus sessions, which literally we take one aspect of your life. We have 4 sessions, and I walk you through those 4 sessions with that one specific intended outcome in mind. And we hyper focus on that to make it a success for you. And we have 4 sessions in that month, and that is the accountability focus session. So if that's something that you want to do, that's available also. Big, huge announcement other than me jumping out of airplanes. And it's my birthday, the big 4-0 on Friday. Everybody was saying, oh, it's your 22nd birthday. I said, yes, again. I can't believe it. It feels like I'm 30 or 40, and that's good too. Besides being my milestone birthday, I wanted to let you guys know I'm going to launch a virtual class, and that's going to be on Zoom, and that is coming with a ton of free stuff. So if one-on-one coaching isn't your cup of tea yet, but I highly recommend it because everybody needs a coach. I've got a coaches, and it helps you see the blind spots. This virtual class is going to be 2 sessions, and it's a weekday evening, maybe 2.5 hours, if that 2.5, 3 hours. And I did that purposefully, so it's not on the weekend, and it's the weekday evenings. We'll jump on Zoom. You do it from the comforts of your own home. You will get a free 30-day online membership. You will also get 2 sessions, 60-minute sessions with me, and my companion workbook. This virtual class is going to be huge. So if you want to jump on that, you got to send me an email. You got to be a part of the newsletter and the Facebook group and all that. So you are in the know, and that's going to be super, super, super huge. I know I've been talking a lot, Nadine. Maybe I should introduce Josh Parkinson because then we can start talking about what we're doing today. Hey, we're taking calls. You guys call and wish me a happy birthday and get some. And if you don't just want to wish me happy birthday, please do that. And it's 1-888-298-5569 or locally 425-373-5527. Wish me happy birthday, send some love, and get a reading and some love from all of us. Before we get started, let's talk about another superstar, of course, Benny, here in the studio, but Josh Parkinson with Resonate Brand. Resonate helps you build beautiful mobile-friendly websites, but more importantly, they help you build a web strategy that helps your business attract new customers, grow a following, and get higher in the search listings. And if you want to create an online course or membership that sells automatically without you lifting a finger, yes, they can help you build and sell that too. Contact Resonate Web Leadership for a free consultation and see what options they have for you. Go to www.resonateWeb.agency. That is your call to action, my friends. Tell them that you heard about them from Sueville. Nadine, my love, hi.
Hi.
I've done lots of yapping, haven't I?
It's so awesome. I would never do that.
Really? No? No?
Never ever would I jump out of a plane. I used to think I would when I was young.
Yes.
Like it was something I really wanted to do on my bucket list, but no, I'm good.
Yeah, no. I don't even know if it was on my bucket list. I don't even know that it was on my radar. The opportunity presented itself, and Robert and Rodolfo were gracious enough to make that happen. And there you go.
I'm super proud of you. That is amazing because even hearing about it, I was like, oh my no. I think I'd rather ride a bull. I honestly think I would ride a bull before I would jump out of a plane.
Ride a bull.
But yeah, I would ride a bull. Yeah, before I jump out of a plane. But you know what? It's to each their own, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of me too, and I'm more proud of the fact that I did the work. I really calmed myself down. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's what it comes down to, right? That's what you're trying to teach and what it's all about is to face that, to put yourself over the edge.
Yes, whatever that edge is for you.
Way. Yeah,
yeah,
whatever the edge is for you. For me, it's not skydiving.
Yeah, no, and it doesn't have to be, sweetheart. It does not, absolutely does not have to be. But it's leading by example too, right? And that doesn't mean I'm going to be constantly doing daredevil things. That's not what that's about. It's about overcoming your fear and stepping across the bridge, whatever that bridge is for you. Whether it's harnessing, maybe you've got a phobia and you're stepping outside for the first time. That's a micro step. That's huge, and just creating those new neural pathways and those new experiences. And that builds confidence, and then keep rehearsing and repeating it and rehearsing and repeating it. And it just builds on that. It's absolutely incredible. Absolutely.
I love that feeling when I overcome a fear like that.
Yes. And it's
so empowering. It's so empowering to face your fear and to do it, even though you're scared and you do it anyways. But when you're over, like you say, when you're on the other side of it, it's such an incredible feeling, and you're so proud of yourself.
And you get confidence from that, and it's a building block, right? And you just keep doing that. And you and I have talked about not enabling people, because when you enable people, they don't have the opportunity to gain that confidence themselves, whether it's, finishing a load of laundry or really focusing on a confident, cohesive conversation with your teenager or your spouse, whatever that looks like. Because it's micro steps, right? And like I said earlier on air, guys, it's not about me jumping out of an airplane. It's about me overcoming my fears, and whatever that fear or that opportunity. And Dan laughs every time I say that, because I'm like, opportunity. It's an opportunity to engage and to initiate yourself and to change those neural pathways and to build confidence. And if you enable people, they are not able to do that, and they'll grow up with self-confidence issues, and we don't want that. We want happy, confident, strong-willed people going into this world, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I need to do more of that. I grew up with a mother who's afraid of everything.
Yes.
Like everything. So I had a dad who was not afraid of anything, so super courageous. And then I had a mom who was afraid of everything, and she drilled it into her head to be afraid of everything. So we had to override everything she ever taught.
Yes, and listen to what you're saying though. And that's because and I teach this, I talk about this, and it's you, because we have all these subconscious beliefs and thoughts and languages in our head because of mom's fear or dad's fear, just like you were saying. And it's subconscious. It's just stuff we automatically do, and we're like, wait a minute. oh, I didn't mean to do. I do want to do that, and you actively have to change your lifestyle, and actively do that. And that was a total shameless plug on my coaching and my Craziness to Clarity Challenge, but that is it. It's changing new neural pathways and experiences so you can keep building on that.
Yeah, the programming.
The programming, sister. All right, we have a caller. And yay! And please, you guys, call me. Wish me happy birthday. Just you could call and wish me happy birthday and not have some loving reading. You decide. 1-888-298-5569 or locally 425-373-5527. We have Jean from Seattle. Jean, welcome. This is Sue, and please meet Nadine.
Well, good morning.
Hi, love. How are you?
Hi. I'm great, and happy birthday to you Friday.
Yay! Thank you.
Hey, how exciting, and so good to talk to you both. I'll tell you what, you talk about programming this morning and skydiving and mothers, and I thought I've got to call in.
Oh, tell me, girl, what's going on?
Well, I've spoken with you guys before. I have the partner in Scotland.
Yes.
Yes.
And?
So back from Scotland, all is very well. He actually proposed.
What?
I know. When I was there in January, February, so first part of February. And, things will unfold in their own time as far as moving forward. There's many things that have to happen. Where I'm at right now is I need to create income while I'm still here in the States, and also create virtual work so that I can work from there. And it's been a month that I've been back, and I keep getting stuck in being able to create wealth and my income. And it's programming.
Yes. So what's the programming telling you?
That I have to figure it out, and that it's going to be too hard to figure out how to do it, and that I'm not going to be able to do it. And because of those things, I try to start, and then I don't finish. I start and I get in action, and then I get discouraged and I stop. So I don't send out the emails to the clients, and I don't get the website back up again. I don't create the programs that I want to offer. I put them on paper. They don't go anywhere. And it just stops, and then I get frustrated with myself.
So self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know where that's coming from? Because what I hear from you, and I'm first, Jean, may I have the permission to talk with you and open this conversation frankly? With love.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Totally.
And this is huge, Jean. One, I want to commend you on your bravery and listening to your intuition and calling and having this conversation, because this is a not easy conversation to have, but you are going to be inspiring. Jean, you are inspiring thousands of people right now for opening up this conversation. So Nadine and I, we love you and we commend you for your bravery. So thank you so much for doing that, Jean.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. So the old programming that we were talking about, number one, take the word try out of your vocabulary. Do you have a piece of paper in your hand?
Yes, I do. I'm writing down right now.
All right. I want you to draw a big fat circle, put the word try, and then cross that bad boy out. And I want you to stick that everywhere. Put it on your phone, put it on your mirror in your bathroom, put it in your car, because I want you to start focusing on your intended outcome on a positive instead of the worthiness issue. So what's happening is that old subconscious programming is coming up when you're starting, whether it's you're starting something, and I don't know without diving into it, but it could be something that it's really sparkly and fun, and then you get into it and you're like, ew, I really did not want to do that. Or it is, oh, I do like to do this, but I'm honestly, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm getting frustrated. I'm self-sabotaging. And then these worthiness issues of, oh, who do you think you are? All of this drunk monkey language starts coming up.
Yeah.
And in that moment, Jean, in that moment, that's your initiation. That's when you say, you know what? Stop. Like Gandalf on the bridge. Stop right there. You are absolutely not welcome to come into my house. meaning
Okay.
the worthiness, the fear, all of that. I hear you, I see you, but you and that language that you're creating in my head doesn't serve me anymore. That's something from my past. That is literally a memory from your past, and you are reliving it in your present moment.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want you to do that. So
No.
first and foremost, it's the awareness that you are doing it, and honestly saying out loud, "Oh my God, this is an old memory and an old experience coming up that it doesn't serve me." I mean, literally look at that and go, "No, it doesn't serve me.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't serve me." And literally say, "No, it doesn't." And then you need to change that neural pathway, change that old story into something of love and trust. So when I talk about love and trust, and when I started this journey, I wasn't quite sure what love and trust was, that feeling was for me, or how I define that, because I had so much trauma and other experiences in my life that I just wasn't sure what that all felt like. So I
Mm-hmm.
had to find that for myself. So I literally went online, and for me, this is for me, and I've offered it to many of my clients, is little babies and puppies. When the babies are belly laughing and the puppies are licking and their tails are wagging, and you know that smell of puppy breath. I mean, if you're not afraid of dogs. But and that's so heart opening to me. And
Yeah.
then I just built on that. So every time that worthiness or that fear would come up, I would say, "Nope, stop, thank you. That doesn't serve me anymore." And I would put an image of those puppies and that feeling. It's that elevated emotion and that feeling of love that comes into my body. And that's changing neural pathways. That's the nerdy stuff. And that's Dr. Joe's specialty. That's what he does. That's the Dr. Joe stuff. But it
Okay.
literally, the science behind that, you're changing neural pathways. And Dr.
Yeah.
Joe has done extensive science behind all of this. So if you guys want to go look at that, please do that. I'm not teaching Dr. Joe's work. I'm teaching Sue's work. But I
Yeah.
do absolutely recommend Dr. Joe's work.
Okay.
But you are changing neural pathways. So you've got to keep rehearsing and repeating that emotion of love. So do you have something in your life that you can put in place, and repeat what I said too, so I know that it goes into your beautiful melon, because this is so important for you to be able to cross that bridge when that worthiness and that negative stuff comes up.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I have images of my grandson who's 2, and I have images of being with him and him spending the nights with me, and
And
we're
that brings
very-
elevated feelings of love.
absolutely,
And
yeah, unconditional love. I mean, just sweetness and joy. Yes,
beautiful. And that feels really good to you.
yes,
Okay, so that's when you go into that, when you are literally in that moment, when you're thinking about that elevated joy, sweetness, unconditional love, that's what I want you to put in when that worthiness comes up. You're going to release it. Say, "Hey, you don't know. That's an old memory and an old experience, and I'm choosing right now in this moment to create a new neural pathway, a new experience, and I'm going to keep building on that." Like when you heard me at the top of the hour talking about jumping out of that airplane, right? It's
yes,
not the adrenaline. That's not what that process was for me. And I invite the rest of you to look at that as well. The process for me was being able to stand on the proverbial edge, the plane, and go, "Okay, expletive. I had seconds, and I had to completely surrender into love and trust. Surrendered. I mean, talk about that instant in that moment. So that is what I want you to do, Jean. I want you to get into that and say, nope, surrender into the love and joy. And you said sweetness and unconditional love. Just completely go into that elevated state of emotions.
okay,
Every time. But you have to have hyper awareness, Jean. You have to be hyper aware of those emotions coming up, because you've got to change them. And I talk about this, and this is what I teach, hands down, with my one-on-one coaching, the 16-day craziness clarity challenge that's coming up in May, if that's something that interests you. Or I have a more intimate online event, the virtual online event, that you could just do it from your home if you want to do that. And that's not me plugging. I mean, it kind of is, but I'm just inviting you. There are tools and there are people out there that can help you with this. But hopefully that chunk of nugget and cognition tool chunk of nugget Penny's like, what are you doing? Hopefully that information was really helpful to you.
It really was. And, I did, I jumped out of the plane in my 20s, and talking this morning and listening to you, it brought the memory back. And it was like, you know what, if I could do that then, I could do this now.
Ah, yes. That is you
Right?
bringing up that elevated emotion and that feeling of
Yes.
a positive experience in your past life, right?
I was elated. I was
Yes.
elated, yes.
Yes.
And I was very carefree and felt so much freedom and accomplishment when I did that. And yeah, I was like, oh, come on, Jean, you've done this kind of thing before.
Yeah, well, not come on like it's like do it from a loving state, not a judgmental. Come on, it's like, all right, girl, I got you. We've done this before. Let's go, baby. Let's go. From a real loving space. So you're creating in your body some what's the chemical the chemical that you release
The endorphins.
Yeah, it's the endorphins. It's the feel good endorphins, the feel good feelings. The name's serotonin. Yeah, I want you to release serotonin, not the fight or flight adrenal, because the fight or flight adrenal is going to tax your body, and that was the experience in my biology and my all of that when I was jumping out of the airplane, because I wanted to keep in that calm state. Now, was it 100% hands down I did that? No. I was jumping out of a plane, for crying out loud, but it was a really good opportunity for me to do that. So back to you, Jean.
No, I got
yes, the elevated emotion, that feeling, that freedom, that elation, that's what you need to pull from and rehearse and repeat, because that is you changing your experience, changing your neural pathways.
Okay.
That's it, sister. That is it right there. That is you in your wisdom. That is you in your evolution.
Mm-hmm. I can do that.
Yes, you can. You've already done it.
Yes, I have.
You have. You've already done it. You've just got to tap back into that pathway.
Right. Like you said, rehearse and repeat, rehearse, repeat.
You have to, yes, because you've got all those ingrained unconscious habits.
Right.
And you're like, no, you served yourself before, but now you don't. And I'm going to choose love, trust, sweetness, unconditional love, freedom, all that juicy, yummy, elevated emotions that you just were talking about.
Yes. Okay.
Nadine, do you have anything, honey? I know I'm chatting away here. Did we lose Nadine?
No,
Oh, there she is. Oh, there you are, baby.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, hi. No, what I was thinking as you're talking is I was thinking about myself and my own business, and working from home and being a single mom and the fear that came along with that, and how I managed to overcome it. And number one was baby steps, like you were talking about, baby steps. We get so overwhelmed with the final outcome. We're like, oh, we got to be at this big, huge point that it's overwhelming. You're like, oh, how do I get to that point? So it's okay to have that vision, but then to slow down and just go, what can I do today? What are the actual steps? Because if you actually break down the steps, there's probably 5 steps or 4 steps.
Yeah.
You think it's like all these million things you have to do, but when you actually look at it, it's probably like 4 or 5 steps. So then I would say to myself, Nadine, it's 4 steps. Right? So just to like really simplify things, to really break things down. That's what I did. Number 2, I had the fear of why would anybody come to me when they could go to somebody else? Right? Like, why would anybody come to see me as a medium and a psychic when they could go to so-and-so who's maybe better or, has more to offer or has been doing it longer? That was my big thing. Well, this person's been doing it longer, so what do I have to offer? So what I had to tell myself with the love and the trust is I trusted spirit and the universe to bring me the people that needed me specifically. So when you're building your business, your online business, the universe is going to, when you're in that love and trust,
frequency.
You have that frequency, the higher vibration, the universe is going to bring you the clients. It's going to bring you those people. You're going to send out those emails and who's ever meant to respond is going to respond.
Yes.
But you have to, like Nadine was talking about, you have to keep yourself in that elevated emotion. Because, everything's energy, right? And you've heard me talk about this, Jean. You know this as well as we do. All of it's energy. So if you're going to have the frequency of lack, worthlessness, fear, guess what's going to keep coming? or still be stuck because you're blocking that. So
Right.
if you can, and you know what, Jean, send me an email at sue@imthankful.com, and we can set up a 15-minute conversation, and let's have that conversation. Let me get you moving forward.
Mhm. Okay.
So do that, and we'll set up just send me an email, and and this is not me selling you on anything. This is me. Let's have a conversation. I swear to you, it's not going to be that.
Okay.
Let's just get you clear and get you really clear on that intended outcome and sustaining that frequency, sustaining the frequency of joy and freedom, your elevated frequency, because then the universe will bring you more of that frequency.
Absolutely. And I'm really hearing and seeing the word trust. I mean, really big. When Nadine was talking, it's like I want to remember to trust the universe, that I am supported,
Yep.
that the clients are going to come, that I am different, I am unique, and the people that need me will see that.
Everybody's different. Everybody. And
Everybody
a dear friend of mine, Lisa May, she's one of our team leaders with Dr. Joe. She said this, and it's beautiful. I can't remember the exact language, but in an essence, she's talking about tapestry. Mm-hmm. Everybody is in the tapestry. Everybody's different. Bring that uniqueness in. Don't try to mimic somebody else. We want your uniqueness. We want you a part of that tapestry. And you, Jean, are a part of that tapestry. Yeah. Bring your uniqueness. Absolutely.
All right.
And keep focused on that intended outcome, not the other stuff. But
right.
I also want to, when you trust, there's the 3D aspect, the human 3D aspect when I'm talking about this, because we can get this whirlwind of ungrounded fluff that says, oh, I'll just sit there and I'll have my intended outcome, but I'm not going to do the 3D steps that it takes to get there. So you still have to do A, B, C, the micro steps that Nadine and myself are talking about. In
Absolutely.
the the steps, but make them really tiny and manageable, and just build on those. And then as you are building on those, you're getting more confidence, and the energy is shifting and changing, and you're keeping your elevated emotion, and that elevated emotion and those feelings is going into the energies, the 5Ds, and then you're going to get more of that coming to you.
Yes, absolutely. I can feel it.
Yay! Was that helpful, love?
It's very helpful. I'm turning the boat already.
Yay! I want to know. I want to know. Please keep in touch. And I'm serious. If it feels right to you, let's have a 15-minute call. We can get on the phone.
Absolutely. I'll email you as soon as I get into my office.
All right, sweetheart. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Jean. All right. Should we take a quick commercial break and then we'll come back? All right. We'll see you in just a minute, guys.
The preceding audio was via a Skype call.
Sarcoma. Odds are you've never heard that word before. But for the 40 people diagnosed with sarcoma every day, it is a life-changing word. Life-changing and devastating because sarcoma is cancer. Sarcoma is a cancer of bone and soft tissue more prevalent in children than in adults. More than 6,000 people lose their lives to sarcoma each year. Treatment options for sarcoma are limited, and new therapies are desperately needed. More research and increased awareness is necessary to find a cure for a cancer that you probably didn't even know existed until now. Through awareness, advocacy, and research, the Sarcoma Foundation of America is determined to help those affected by this forgotten cancer, to bring hope to the children and adults whose lives are forever changed by a word they had never heard before. Please help us in the fight to find the cure for sarcoma. For more information on sarcoma and the work of the Sarcoma Foundation of America, please go to curesarcoma.org.
It's time that you are heard, and I don't mean in just a conversation. I mean really heard. Imagine hosting your very own radio program on Alternative Talk 1150. Talk about being heard. Call 425-653-1150 right now to learn how affordable it can be to host your own radio show. Time slots are going fast, so take hold of this chance by dialing 425-653-1150. Alternative Talk. We have an opportunity waiting just for you.
Hi, this is Dr. Joe Dispenza. I wanted to take a moment and let you know about a nonprofit organization called Give to Give. The Give to Give Foundation was created by a group of people who have studied my work or have participated in my workshops around the world. And by applying the principles of mind over matter and the mind-body connection, they've created outstanding changes in their lives or in their health, and they wanted to give back. The organization is dedicated to providing the proper resources to those people in need to gain the opportunity to learn exactly how to change their body or their lives. If you want to learn more about the Give to Give Foundation, or you know someone that needs help, or you simply want to make a donation, visit givetogive.com. Those who give don't always know how to love. Those who love always know how to give. Thank you.
Following the herd is fine until they lead you off a cliff. Think for yourself. Alternative Talk, 1150 a.m.
Fleetwood Mac, baby. Yeah. Oh, I love it. How are you, Benny?
Good.
Thank you for playing Fleetwood.
Anytime. Anything for the birthday girl.
And a birthday girl. Yes, you guys, call in. Wish me happy birthday. Get a reading. Get some coaching. Jean, I commend you. Nadine, that was awesome for her to have the courage and to follow her intuition like that. And that step inspired thousands of people. I mean, and it's also, and I love it too, because I get to talk about and be of service, and I love it. So you guys call in 1-888-298-5569 or 425-373-5527. Call in, get some love, get some coaching, or you could just listen to me and Nadine rattle off.
You know what I love? You know what I love when Jean said?
What?
I love when she said, I can feel I'm turning the boat around. I thought that was the best. I'm going to remember that forever. I can feel the bird. I'm turning the boat around.
Turning the boat. I'm writing it down. Turning the boat around. I love that.
Because it's such a good image, right, in my mind. I'm like, I can see her, like her in the water,
yep,
turning the boat. And
turning the boat around.
And that's one thing I love is when you can have like very tactile visualizations like that.
Yes.
Right. And then simple. That's simple. Turning, because even when you say like I'll do a 180 or 360, like you can envision yourself actually physically turning.
Yep.
Right. So you actually have to see the physical rather than just, the mind. Right. So I love that the visualization of turning the boat around. So
I love it.
Jean,
yes.
For
thank
that.
you, Jean. And you learned a few of those in the 16-day Craziness Clarity Challenge too. The stop sign, Gandalf on the bridge. Yeah. Taking the word try out. You have to.
Try.
Yeah.
And the iceberg.
The iceberg. So much of our daily active programming, choices, decisions, fears, worthiness, all of that is based on, what's the number? It's like 96 or something % subconscious, which means it's old programming. Stuff somebody else or some old experience put in there. And then that's how you walk through your day, you guys. Do you want to walk through your day with all that old junk? No.
Well, that's why you have to have the awareness. And one thing that I really learned so I used to always say, if I have a negative thought, replace it with a positive one, right?
Yes.
One for one. But Gary LeFew, the bull riding coach there.
Oh,
that I saw
yeah.
in Phoenix. So he uses with his bull riding. So Gary LeFew, if anyone who doesn't know, he is the #1 bull riding champion trainer of the world. So he's a 2-time world champion. He trains world champions, but he has always used quantum physics, like the law of attraction or visualization, positive thinking, all of that. So the majority of his teaching is actually that versus the technical riding the bull part. He has that part too, but most of it is positive thinking, visualization, staying in that high frequency. And what he told me was for every negative thought, you replace it with 3 positive thoughts. So I've been trying to do that, and that really, because it really gets you out of the negative, right? If I have to think of 3 positive things, right, versus just one, I'm really like, 3 times the amount of positive.
Well, but let me attach and anchor all of us into that moment really quick, because just thinking about that positive, and I think this is what you mean, Nadine, I'm pretty sure, you have to feel it.
Yes.
There has to be a vibrational match, a feeling of joy, a feeling of sweetness, a feeling of freedom, a feeling of love. And that's you stepping back and having that awareness and going, oh, maybe I don't quite know what that truly feels like to me. So then you have to go and find out what that, you need to try on some hats. Try on some hats of what love feels like, what trust feels like, what joy feels like, what freedom feels like. So you can start
Oh,
rehearsing. Is there a lot of wind in the background? What you doing over there, girl?
no, nothing. I'm
Are you
just
breathing? As I
no.
yeah.
I'm actually skydiving right now.
Oh, awesome.
As you're talking, I
As
can't
we're
breathe. No.
talking, yes.
No, I totally get what you're saying with that. And like you were saying about, like, for me, I read positive quotes. I watch baby animals, me with my
Yes,
animals
girl,
galore.
yes. You and me
But that's
both.
all but that's all to keep me in that high vibration, to keep me in that
Yes.
place of love and joy and snuggles with puppies, like. but
Yes.
that's my but that's my love and joy and frequency, and that's what, when I have that feeling, then I can go on to creating the life that I desire. And the
From that
biggest
frequency, not from
from that
lack.
free not from lack. And my biggest challenge, as you know, with like what I do and what we do, is trust, because we are talking to a body of light
Yeah.
from a different dimension. So imagine trying to talk about not tactile,
Yes.
so that's a huge amount of trust, right? As is trusting the universe, again, something that's not really tactile, right? So we're trusting, trusting, trusting. And my biggest thing was to trust that the universe or spirit or whatever we call it would bring me the people that were meant for me,
Mm.
right? And I was
But
meant
what
for
that
them.
I want to hang on. But you specifically requested that, so
Yes.
it's not just will-nilly. You got really clear and you specifically asked for that, and then you had a matching vibration to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also trusting the fact that I am unique. They're coming to me for me.
Yep.
Yes, I'm a psychic. Yes, I'm a medium. Yes, there's a whole bunch of other psychic mediums, but these people are coming for me as a person, my personality, what I have to offer.
Yes. And your unique ability to tap in and have that conversation, which you do. And you do come
Absolutely.
from an absolutely beautiful state of love, which is awesome. Juicy.
I hope so.
You do. Well, you do. You exude kindness. And I think Benny would absolutely. I mean, it's just in your voice and how you present yourself. It's yummy, love.
But why wouldn't you be in that state? That's my favorite state
To be in. Yes. But
because the
then
world needs more love. The world needs kindness. That's the highest. Love is the highest vibration. That's the highest frequency. So the more love we can put out to the world and to our, out, and the love we can give to ourselves, that's where we need to be, because everything manifests really quickly when you're in a state of love.
yes. 100%. 100%. Well, we've been rambling on and just chatting. We've got like 6-7 minutes to go, love. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about, I would like to talk about maybe what's been coming up for me this week with my students. I've had a lot of students coming forward with, and it comes down to that fear of, especially when you're first starting into a new career or a career change. Right. And a lot of my students are, in their late 30s, early 40s, this is their second or third career. But it's always been a calling for them. And it's a very scary thing to try and start they think it's a scary thing to
Yes.
start their own business. That's where it comes down to. Is it scary, or do you just think it's scary? Right.
Yes,
So a
because
lot of
it's
that
scary in the
is
worthiness.
facing their fears, right? They're facing their fear of putting themselves out there.
Mm.
That's a huge fear, is putting yourself out there to be judged or to be looked at or to, and I get why that's scary, but it's facing the fear, like doing it anyways.
Like
Feel that
jumping out of
fear
the
and
airplane. I had
yeah,
no other option.
yeah, no, right? You feel the fear and you do it anyways
Yep.
because in your heart of hearts, this is your passion. This is what you want to do. This is where you want to go. And I always tell them, I'm like, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
And if you
Just
don't like it, stop doing it.
yes. It's all
But
this,
just
and
do
that's the
it.
perfectionism that comes in, right? There's no such thing as perfectionism. None. It's not. That's called control. That's
Right.
literally, and that is not a vibration I want to be in. There's the aspect of perfect effort in what you know in that moment, and you can give it all you got in that moment, and then as you evolve from that moment, you've created more evolution, more wisdom after you've achieved that. So now you have more perfect effort as you keep moving forward.
Right. And to also don't be afraid to stumble.
No,
Don't
yeah.
be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to screw up. You just keep going. You just understand that that's meant to be just as much as the rest is meant to be.
There's so much. Yeah, I could tell you lots of. Yeah, those are challenges. Yeah, lots of failure, but it brought the wisdom. Yeah, lots of poor choices, but it brought the wisdom because it was an initiation, right? I'm like, okay, and it's not right or wrong or bad or anything. It's just that was the choice that I made, and it led me to my experience. Now I know that that wasn't the experience I really wanted to have. So now I've got the wisdom, and I'm not going to experience that again.
Well, you improve from it.
Yes.
Well, how do you know where you need improvements if you don't have a failure or a bad choice once in a while?
Yes. Or the enabling, like I was talking about. Don't enable your children. Don't enable the people and the relationships that you have. They have
And
to be able to fall.
that is a big learning lesson for me that I'm going through right now. And every once in a while I go through it, but it's really learning my boundary for myself in helping others. Where do I draw the line when I'm
Oh.
helping others?
Where
Right?
do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line?
Well, the thing is I draw the line way, like I'm not drawing the line close enough.
Mm,
I'm going too far into things and helping too much,
got you.
right?
Yep,
And
yep.
so I'm learning, oh, okay,
Stay in your
Nadine,
lane.
that stay in my lane, come back. I can help this person just as much from this distance where I'm not feeling overwhelmed or taken advantage of or not listened to. You know what I mean? So and enabling. Like I can take a two steps back and now I'm not enabling.
Yep.
I'm cheerleading.
Yes.
Or
Oh, did you just
right?
hear what you just said? I'm not enabling. I'm cheerleading.
Yes.
That is a Nadineism.
It's a Sueism. It's a Sueism. Cheerleading is you, but you're teaching me. You're teaching me.
Yay!
But yeah, so
Oh.
I've really taken a step back and my oldest sister is one of my, people I look up to the most. And she's really good at, because her and I are very much the same, nurturing. And, we have a lot of people come to us for help all the time. I would say the majority of our work doesn't make any money,
Yes.
but we're rewarded in other ways, of course. But we're really learning as as the years go by, how to step back further and further and still have the same results, if not better.
Oh, yes. It's like you watch that result and you're like, "Oh, okay. It didn't hit the fan or things didn't fall apart. They
Well,
just were allowed to make the choice versus me."
yes.
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 Yeah.
I know. And it's even with my daughter, I'm learning, right? Because as they're babies, right? And I only
Yes.
have one daughter, so I'm hyper focused. And it's hard to go from doing every single thing for them for years and years and years to
Yep.
now I have to, okay, they can do that themselves and they can do that themselves. And, really having to pull back even when they don't want you to. Like
Yes.
that's the hardest as a mother when they don't want you to pull back and they
Yeah,
want
that's
you to keep doing those things for them.
nope, that's the discernment. And with that, my love, we got to wrap it up. It's been an incredible birthday show. I'm doing a birthday celebration on Friday in Woodinville. Nadine and I'll be back here next Tuesday live. If you want to get a hold of us, of course, go to SueLundquist.com. All of Nadine's information on there. You will find Nadine on Facebook. It's the only Nadine Greca. Or just find me and you'll see all of her posts and information how to get a hold of her. All right, you guys, this has been an absolute delight. I hope you learned and got some pearls and wisdoms, new thoughts, new ideas, new perspectives. I love you guys. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. And until then, each of you are a gift. Get out there and share yourself with the world.
If you like the show, help more people find us by adding your review of the show on iTunes. The more reviews we get, the more people we can reach with this inspiring message on the Gratitude Cafe. Simply search for Gratitude Cafe in iTunes, hit subscribe, and add your honest review. It would help us immensely and we'll be forever grateful. It's one of the best ways you can give back to the show with your review. Thanks for tuning in to the Gratitude Cafe. Don't forget, every week is a new show, and you could submit your questions at SueLundquist.com/Gratitude Cafe. The show goes live at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in Seattle on Seattle's Alternative Talk AM 1150. You can also call in to the show at 425-373-5527 or 888-298-5569. Find the live streaming link at SueLundquist.com/Gratitude Cafe. We'll see you next week.